Within this episode, I'm going to share my thoughts on training for fat loss, one that I'm familiar with, having completed many photo shoots. Along the last 10 years, I've been training many times to get lean, and the training that I've done to get lean, I'm going to share within this episode. Now, training for fat loss can be one that can be a bit confusing. Most people believe that training for fat loss should be focused on burning off as many calories as you physically can under intense circumstances, such as running, cycling, conditioning style exercises, doing tons of walking every day. While this is partly true, however, we still want to make sure that we are incorporating a variety of training methods to ensure that we not only lose fat, but we keep it off. Because it's one thing trying to do tons of cardio to lose fat, burn calories, and get the weight off. But where do you go from there? You've got to make sure that you can sustain this effort for life to actually lose the weight, but keep it off. Therefore, having a variety of training methods, I find personally, not only helps you lose fat, but it helps you also continue to stay in shape if that's your goal year round. Visible ab definition, lean, and never gain the fat back again. So it's important that you have a training base foundation that you can enjoy, that motivates you and inspires you every day to get up and want to train. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue providing you guys with great content. The big question that you should ask yourself is, how do we actually burn off body fat? Now, we lose fat predominantly through oxygen. When we circulate more oxygen around our body through an increased heart rate, the lungs, the heart pumps oxygen quicker around the body. This in turn starts to break down body fat from our muscles, from our liver, from our bloodstream, and utilize it for energy. Let's break this show down into two areas: weight training and cardiovascular training. So if we look at cardiovascular training as probably the number one for burning fat, then it's important to factor enough of it within our weekly training plan. So on one side, we have cardiovascular training that helps us predominantly burn off fat. On the other side, we have weight training, which it doesn't necessarily help us burn fat immediately, but it does have other benefits, which we'll get into. Now, as for cardio, my advice would be to incorporate high intensity conditioning style training into your training week. Circuit-based training works quite well, I find. So I would recommend at least 2 times a week, you just focus on circuit-based conditioning style cardiovascular training, where your heart rate is elevated and you're spending minimal time resting. This can allow you to burn off a significant amount of fat per hour. So if your goal is to lose 10 kilos and you're doing cardio at least twice a week of a high intensity nature, even if you're a beginner or an intermediate individual exerciser, you can still incorporate circuit-based training. It doesn't need to be too intense at the beginning. You can have levels where you start at a very low suitable level to you, and you just go through body weight style exercises, for example. Even if you've got limited equipment, you can still do your cardio at home. Remember, any style cardiovascular training to get your heart rate up will help you burn energy and fat. And combine, let's say, enough exercises and you'll get a circuit-based session. But the main aim of cardio is to make it fun. You don't want to make it boring. You don't want to make it monotonous or predictable. It has to be fun. You make sure that you mix up your cardio, make it interesting, increase the intensity, have levels. So the first month you may start on just bodyweight training with 10 exercises. The month after that, you may incorporate some dumbbells. So again, you're up in the level, you're making your exercise a bit more intense. Number one, this is going to push your heart rate and you're going to be burning off more oxygen and you're going to burn off more fat in turn, therefore meaning you're going to burn off more calories. So the other side of training for fat loss is weight training. Now, weight training the main goal when we're weight training is to build strength and define your shape. Okay, not necessarily going to the gym to lose weight, or we're not necessarily doing our weight training sessions to lose weight, should I say. So even though the goal is to lose weight, I do solely weight training. Do I do a combination? Well, the key is a combination. We want a variety of training to keep us engaged, because it's important, like I mentioned before, to lose weight in the short term, but it's also equally as important to keep the weight off. So if you're just doing cardio only to lose weight, you may lose 10 kilos, but then if you can't keep doing that cardio regime for the next 2 years without it interfering in your life, energy, time, etc., and just get bored of it, then again, it's not going to keep you motivated to want to keep doing your cardio. So it's important to have a mixture of training and cardio for fat loss. Okay. Weight training, we want to focus on compound exercises that recruit the maximum amount of muscle groups in one physical exercise. So deadlifting would be a good one to start with. Squatting would be another one. Chin-ups, you can use body weight or weighted or bands. If you don't have the physical strength to pull yourself up, bands are great. You can incorporate lunges. You can incorporate bench work for chest, work for your back, but mainly keep it compound in nature. So it's important to recruit the maximum amount of muscle groups, because one of the key benefits actually for weight training for fat loss is, number one, you're going to be more motivated, because weight training's a skill. When you go to the gym, you probably don't have much skill when you're weight training, and that's normal. You're just starting out. But as you keep going, you'll get more skilled, you get more aware of your movements, you get stronger. That can motivate a person, I find, to keep them going. Whereas cardio sometimes can be quite difficult to keep motivating yourself, because it can be sometimes a bit boring, monotonous. Also, weight training, you probably heard of this before, helps you build muscle. And with more muscle tissue can increase your metabolic rates. So even though you're not necessarily burning off a significant amount of calories during that weight training session, because in theory you don't, an hour's weight training session may burn off 300 calories, whereas an hour's cardio session may burn off 600 calories or more. So you can see here the difference is huge in terms of calorie loss per session. However, the longer term benefits of weight training will match cardio, because you're going to be gaining new muscle tissue. You're going to be probably becoming more autonomous in your training. You're going to enjoy your training sessions more. You're going to be feeling more to go and build muscle and get stronger. And as you get more skilled at lifting weights, deadlifting, squatting, etc., all the exercises that I just mentioned, you'll want to keep going for more and keep lifting heavier. And there's no limit to how much weight you can lift. You can just keep adding more and more weight to your lifts. And that's going to motivate you, because you've got progression now. You can start off here and then you can just keep progressing up, and you can never stop with weight training. So again, that's going to help you stay lean or lose weight, because you're going to be probably more motivated to do your cardio because you're motivated to go to the gym and weight train. So that concludes the episode. I hope you found this one beneficial and helpful. If you did, please feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. And I wish you all the best of luck with your fat loss goals. Have a great day. Bye for now.